Hey, maybe you can do this today. Fishing is practically the state sport here in Minnesota, especially in the summertime, from heading out on the boat in the summer to huddling in the ice house in the winter.
And getting kids involved can be more than just a fun hobby. Mary McGuire joins us now live from Lake Minnetonka for the annual Hooked on Fishing, Not on Drugs event to explain what this means for kids in the community. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning to you guys. Well, fishing is such an iconic part of life here in Minnesota, and today the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office is hoping to teach kids how to fish along with some great life lessons. I'm joined now by Sheriff Rich Stanek of Hennepin County. Thank you so much for getting up early with us. First of all, explain what this event entails today.
Sure. Well, this is about Hooked on Fishing, Not Drugs. So we're going to bring a couple dozen kids out from the Boys and Girls Club of the Twin Cities. They're staying out at a local camp out here called Voyagers, and we're going to interact them with deputies. The best way to teach kids about the hard lessons of life is to engage them in a fun activity so they get to come up to the beautiful lake, do a little fishing. At the same time, we get to educate them a little bit about the dangers, inherent dangers of drugs.
And this ties in with your No Overdose campaign as well. Explain why is it important to catch kids when they are young?
You know, kids, they're all about lessons in life, and so the sooner you can get to them, the sooner you can reinforce the messaging about, look, you've got choices in life, make the right choices, and what a great way to do it than spending the day on the lake with some friends.
And about 24 kids participating in the event today. A lot of them have never even been on a boat, and they've never been fishing before. What will that mean to these kids today?
Well, these kids are going to have a great time. Like you said, many of them never been out in the boat, never been out in the lake, never been fishing. But they're going to engage one-on-one. We had a number of pontoons donated by local marinas. The deputies themselves volunteer to do this. They're going to have blue jeans and T-shirts on, and they're going to have a great time.
Great, thank you so much. And this is all sponsored by the Sheriff's Office Foundation as well. And like the Sheriff mentioned, a few local restaurants and businesses, they have donated their boats, they have donated some food today. So really a community effort happening out here today on the water.
And it sounds like it's going to be a good day for it. All right, Mary, thank you. 6:23 now. In the land of 10,000 lakes, fishing is an iconic part of life.
Today, the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office is hosting an event aimed at teaching kids that fishing is more than just a fun hobby. Mary McGuire joins us now live from Lake Minnetonka for the annual Hooked on Fishing, Not on Drugs event. Looks like a beautiful morning out there, Mary.
It certainly is shaping up to be a great day out here on the water. But today, fishing isn't just about fun. I'm joined again by Hennepin County Sheriff Rich Stanek. Explain what the event is going to entail today.
Sure. This is our annual Hooked on Fishing, Not Drugs. So we bring a couple dozen kids from the Twin Cities Boys and Girls Club out here, and they spend a beautiful morning out in the lake with deputies, a fun environment, and also a good conversation about the hazards of using drugs.
And why fishing? Fishing is such an iconic part of life here in Minnesota. Why not basketball? Why not another sport? Why did you think teaching kids how to fish is important?
Well, number one, you get them one-on-one, right? So you're on a pontoon with half a dozen kids, and you get a great way to have a good conversation. And, you know, the best way to teach someone to do something is to engage them in a fun event. Who doesn't like fishing?
Exactly. I agree with that. And how would you gauge success with this program? We know that this is an annual event. Looking back, 10 years down the road, how would you gauge this as a success?
Well, these are all young adults who are going to grow up. They're going to be teachers and doctors and moms and dads, and they're going to have kids of their own. So we look at the success as what they learn and what they bring to society as young adults, and we're very proud of them.
And we know that the No Overdose campaign has been crucial with the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office, especially in the past year. It's an epidemic that's happening across the country and here in the state of Minnesota. Why is it important to catch kids when they are young?
You know, kids at this age, when they're 14, 15, 16, young adults, are very impressionable, and now's the time they'll have those conversations with them, learn them some life skills about maybe how to fish, at the same time engaging with their local police officers and talk to them about the dangers of illegal drugs.
Great. And it's also really building that bond between kids and law enforcement here. This is all being sponsored by the Hennepin County Sheriff's Foundation, and also a few restaurants, a couple of businesses here in the area have donated some food for lunch and also boats. So it really is a community effort happening here. And like the Sheriff mentioned, I think it's so important for kids to have a hobby to look forward to, something that they can do in their lives, that they can turn to when things perhaps get tough, guys.
Now, are you and Sheriff Stanek going to throw a line in now? What do you think?
Are we going to throw a line in?
We absolutely are.
Great.
I'm a great fisherman.
Let's do it. He was a little concerned about his hair getting messed up in the wind, but I think that it held up pretty well.
Well, you both look great, Mary. Thank you.